Hello and welcome. If you're gearing up for a radar engineer interview, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to dive into some key questions you might face and how to handle them like a pro. Let's get started with our first scenario. Can you share an experience where you teamed up with others to tackle a complex technical issue? What role did you play, and how did the team crack the problem? This question helps interviewers understand your teamwork skills and how you contribute to solving technical challenges. Here are some pointers to help you frame your answer. Pick a specific situation that showcases effective teamwork. Clearly outline your responsibilities and contributions. Explain the complex technical issue and its intricacies. Discuss the collaborative strategy your team employed. Conclude with the outcome and your learnings from the experience. Now, let's consider a sample response to guide you.
In my previous role, we faced a tough challenge integrating radar data with our existing systems. I took the lead in data analysis. We organized brainstorming sessions to explore different integration approaches and delegated tasks based on team strengths. By collaborating closely and using agile methods, we successfully integrated the data, boosting system performance by 30%. I learned the value of diverse perspectives in solving problems.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for Radar Engineer. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Can you tell me about a time when you and a colleague had differing opinions on a technical method? How did you resolve the disagreement and what was the result? Interviewers ask this to assess your conflict resolution skills and your ability to collaborate even when opinions differ. Let's look at some tips to help you tackle this question. Describe a specific disagreement related to radar technology or engineering. Clearly convey your reasoning and how you presented your perspective. Demonstrate your ability to listen to the other person's viewpoint. Explain how you both work towards a compromise or solution. Mention the positive outcome for the project or relationship. Here's an example of how you might articulate your experience.
While working on a radar signal processing project, I had a disagreement with a colleague who favored an older model over a newer technique. I voiced my concerns about performance and supported my stance with data. After discussing our perspectives, we decided to conduct a side-by-side comparison. The newer technique proved more effective, leading us to adopt it and enhance the project's outcome.
Describe a project where you had to devise an innovative solution to a technical challenge. What was the problem, and how did your solution make an impact? This question is designed to evaluate your creativity and problem-solving skills in a technical setting. Consider these tips when crafting your response. Identify a specific project and clearly state the technical problem. Explain your innovative solution and the reasoning behind it. Highlight the skills or tools you use to implement the solution. Discuss the positive outcomes and their impact on the project or team. Keep your answers structured. Problem, solution, packed. Here's an example to help illustrate your answer.
In my last project, we struggled with inaccurate distance measurements due to multipath propagation. I developed an adaptive filtering algorithm that improved the signal-to-noise ratio. This solution enhanced accuracy by 30%, significantly boosting our tracking capabilities.
Imagine you're tasked with improving the range resolution of a radar system on a tight budget. What steps would you take to tackle this challenge? This question evaluates your ability to troubleshoot and optimize systems under resource constraints. Here are some strategies to consider when answering. Evaluate current system parameters to identify limitations. Consider using pulse compression techniques to improve resolution. Explore digital signal processing methods to enhance data analysis. Optimize existing hardware for better performance within constraints. Investigate alternatives in antenna design to increase resolution without high costs. Let's look at how you might approach this situation.
I would start by assessing the radar system's pulse width and bandwidth to establish the current range resolution. Applying pulse compression techniques could significantly enhance resolution without needing additional resources. Additionally, I would analyze current signal processing algorithms and implement more effective digital filtering techniques to refine detected signals. Optimizing the existing antenna system, possibly through phased array techniques, could further improve resolution within the existing budget.
A radar system you're in charge of suddenly fails during a critical test. How would you go about diagnosing and fixing the issue? This question assesses your problem-solving skills and ability to perform under pressure when system failures occur. To effectively answer this, consider these steps. Immediately check system logs for error messages or alerts. Verify the power supply and connections to radar components. Conduct a visual inspection for any obvious signs of damage. Use diagnostic tools to test key components like the transmitter and receiver. Implement a step-by-step troubleshooting approach to isolate the fault. Here's a practical way to approach this problem.
I would begin by checking the system logs for any error messages to identify the root cause of the failure. Next, I would verify that the power supply and all connections are intact. If everything seems fine, I'd conduct a visual inspection for any visible damage. If necessary, I'd use diagnostic tools to test the transmitter and receiver, following a systematic troubleshooting approach to pinpoint the issue.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free, just grab it below.